Okay, so yesterday we went through all of this. Today we're doing the backside. So we're talking about the volume of any cylinder. Okay. Excuse me. Oh shoot, I forgot. Here we go. Hold on, let me open that in a new window. There we go. That's better. Okay. So the thing you need to be aware of is that now we're dealing with a circle. So it is essentially the same as dealing with a prism, except the area of the circle is in there. Okay. So remember when yesterday when we had that big B, right? And that was always the base area, and that was based off a triangle, rectangle, whatever you were given, right? In this case, because it's always a circular base, that has to be pi r squared. All right. So think of that as like your big B right now. Okay. And you are still multiplying this by that overall height. So again, h is the height, r is the radius. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find the volume of this. Now remember, if this is 4, that means our radius here is 2. This is the height. Now they can put the height here going to the center also. All right. So just keep that in mind. You can find the height in both parts. So the volume is going to equal pi times 2 squared times 16. This leaves me with 4 pi times 16. 4 times 16 leaves me with 64 pi. This would be millimeters cubed. Now, sometimes you are going to be asked to leave something in terms of pi. That is what they're talking about, or an exact answer. This, in terms of pi, or also known as exact answer. The other thing they have here, okay, in order to approximate the answer, you would take in your calculator just 64 times and hit the pi button. So what's 64 times pi rounded to say like the 100th or the 10th? What do we get? So you just do 64 times pi. That should give you, I think I got like, what, 201.06? Oops. This would be millimeters cubed. Okay, so there are 2 different ways answers can be represented with circles, okay? Questions on this? I am going to erase. Is anybody still writing? Devin, you got your note sheet from yesterday? What? No? Do you need one? Let's see. I should have an extra somewhere on here. All right. All right, I got to erase. So I'm going to give you like a minute to write this down. Okay, Devin? Go ahead. Write it down real quick. And then we're going to move on. All right. Devin, you caught up? Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me refresh. I don't know why I did that. All right, let's take a look at example 6. So it says the volume of a cylinder is 615.8 meters cubed. And the height is 4 meters. Find the length of the diameter of the cylinder. All right, so if we take a look at this, if we remember, the volume is going to equal pi r squared times h. Okay? Since that is the volume formula, we substitute in what we have. This is what it's equal to. So this will be 615.8. We have the pi still. We don't know the radius, but they want us to find that diameter. So we're still got to find that. We're going to multiply this by 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to divide both sides by 4 pi, which leaves you with r squared over here. Okay, so 615.8 divided by 4 times pi, I think it should give you about 49. Can someone check that out? Check it in your calculator. Can you get the door, please? Thank you. And then to finish this, we're going to take the square root of each side. So I get r is equal to 7. Now, if I want a diameter, thank you, Devin. Now, if I want a diameter, I'm going to take 7 and multiply it by 2, which gives me a total of 14. It'll be 14 meters. I'm going to give you guys a warning. You need to start using units, okay? Let's take a look at example 7. Mr. Smith bought a new cylindrical pool for his backyard. The diameter of the pool is 20 feet with a height of 6 feet. If he wants to fill the pool up with water halfway, what is the volume of the water in the pool? All right, so in this case, we need to kind of draw this, all right? So let's say here's our pool, okay? Now he's saying the diameter is 20 feet. We have a total height of 6 feet for the pool. That's one big pool. But he's only filling it up with water up to 3 feet. Okay? So the first thing we have is we have our radius, which is going to be 10 because that's half the diameter. So it'll be 10 feet. And if we take a look, we're also going to have the volume, remember, is pi times the radius squared times h. Now we have a height for the total amount of water. That's what they're asking for. What is the volume of the water? They're not asking for the total volume of the pool, okay? So this is going to be pi times 10 times 3, because that's how high it goes. So this is 30 pi, which is your exact answer, and that would be feet cubed. I type in 30 times pi. That's approximately equal to 942.48 feet cubed. Questions on this? All right. Last example. A stack of 4 cylindrical batteries, each with a diameter of 1 inch, fit exactly into a cylindrical container of volume 7.85 inches cubed. What is the height of each battery? All right, so again, if I kind of drew this, here's my cylinder. Okay. So the volume of the container is going to be pi r squared times h. So we are going to have 7.85 inches cubed equals pi times r. R is going to be half of this because they said it was a diameter, so that's 0.5 squared, times h, which we really don't know. Okay? But one thing we do know is that since this is the total volume and this is the batteries, we're going to multiply this whole thing by 4 because we have 4 batteries that are fitting into that one container. Okay? Excuse me. Everybody with me so far? Okay. Now, if we continue from here, one thing we can do, excuse me. My goodness. The first thing we can do is we can kind of divide by this. Okay, since everything's kind of multiplying. So I'm going to divide both sides by, let's see, this should be, I think, 0.25 pi. And then that gives me h. So if memory serves me correctly, when I divided both sides by that, I should have, what was it, 2.5? Is that true? Two point five pi divided by 7.85. Just want to make sure something seems a little bit of a miss here. Okay, times that by pi. 7.85. I don't think this is right. 7.85 divided by pi divided by 2.5. Oh, I'm not getting 2.5 at all. That's what I thought that was odd. I'm actually getting like 10. Anybody else getting 10? At like 9.9949. This doesn't look right at all. Why did they do it this way? Hold on. I think my notes are a little weird, guys. Let's just start this over. I think someone else did this lesson and it's a little off. I don't know why it's doing this. So that we're still going to do the container. That's still going to be 7.85 equals pi times 0.5 squared times h. This whole thing is multiplied by 4. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides by 4. 7.85 divided by 4. I've got 1.9625 equals, I still have pi, and this is going to be 0.25 times h. Now I'm going to take this and divide both sides by the 0.25 pi. Get that to be another color. There you go. Sorry, it's a little cramped. I don't know why that didn't happen, but so I divide that by parentheses 0.25 pi. Oops. And there's my 2.5. Okay, so h is equal to 2. There's the 2.5. I knew it was going to be 2.5. There we go. That's it. So each battery is 2.5, and that's going to be inches. I don't know what kind of work they had there, but whatever. It's a little off. All right, questions on that? Sorry about the confusion. Something went horribly wrong in the teacher's work, so I got to fix that. Questions? All right, classwork is going to be that worksheet. Just turn it in before you go, and we're good to go. Those who watch at home, sorry about that. Have a great day.